latex on our fingertips or tools. And with that extra latex on the fingers there, it keeps a smooth flow there so you don't drag out the paste all over the place. And while we shape this face, I'm gonna throw in a little disclaimer here. There has been some, should I call it incidents, or challenges and stuff surrounding this momo face. So I just want to say that whatever you do online, please use your brain. So don't throw yourself into weird situations, okay? Always keep your mind sharp. If things seem really screwed up, they probably are. So just a heads up there if you have seen this face in another context. Anyways, we have popped in our eyes and we need to shape the area around the eyes there. Again, small tools of any kind. Ellie is often using her long claws there. Come in handy. And in this case, a spoon to generate that nasty looking smile, or at least the beginning of the outline. And as we do often with smiles like this, we create the smile, we soften things up around it, and then we go back in again and redefine that smile, and then we go on. So it's kind of layering your work. Make the basic shapes, smooth it out a bit, then go back in, create the details, and that's pretty much the way to a perfect momo face, or any kind of latex paste face for that matter. And speaking of faces, if you live in France, and more specifically Paris, you might have a chance to meet us and see our faces live, as we are planning to attend Comic-Con Paris at the end of October. The plans aren't set 100% yet, but from what it looks like, we are heading over there to meet you guys. So what do you think about that? Will you come join us at Comic-Con, or what are your plans at the end of October? Let us know in the comments. And by the way, meet us in Paris in Swedish is Träff oss i Paris. And we are starting to reach the end of this construction phase. A little adjustment of the lips, and then we should leave this to dry overnight. You can also dry this in your microwave oven. Be sure to run it in 10-second intervals a few times until it's dry. A much quicker process. And when it's dry, we start the paint job with a base of foundation, and then we find a reference. Oh, nasty. Looks so nasty. Reference image, and start painting. We need some darkness around the eyes there. One tired individual, or whatever it is. It kind of looks like it's come out of the movie The Ring or something similar. Has this eerie look to it. Little red there as well on the edges. After all, look at your eyes when you're really tired and you will see that. Additional black to deepen the hollowed out areas there. Same goes for the mouth. Of course, these are lips, so a little bit of red there. Mix that in with the foundation as well. And to keep our face from having a totally flat surface kind of color, we flick on paint here. This is a pinkish hue right under the eyes. We flick that on. Sort of like shading, if you will, of sorts, but yeah, we flick that on to give the skin a much richer dynamic. We pop the eyes back in, go in with a dark brown there, just in the crease there between the eye and the actual prosthetic piece. Holding that flow upwards a bit on the eyes, smudge it out. Then mix in a little bit of pink to get that unnatural white tone of the Ellimorph plastic out of there. These eyes have been used, so yeah, they are not crystal clear white. And of course the pupil, the iris, and the center of the eye is not supposed to be white either. It's just going to be a black nasty hole. going straight into your actual eye. So we take out the eyes again there, paint them on the inside. And then we refine that lip a little bit. Shouldn't say a border, but it's a border of sorts. Just outline the lips there, and again flick on that paint to give it a much richer dynamic. To remove the whole thing, find the edges and make sure you apply rich amounts of baking flour or powder there along the edge, or the latex will stick to itself and your mask will be ruined. Now let's put this thing on. Begin by protecting our little eyebrows there from the skin adhesive to come. Let that hair out of the way as well, and then start painting in those big black raccoony eyes, because we don't want any of our natural skin tone to show through those eyes. And then as the mask is peeled off, we actually go in and add additional black there in the mouth as well, and of course around our own mouth. The same shape as the smile, because we want it black inside. Okay, have a sip Coke, and continue. On with your favorite skin adhesive. And for extra hold, we apply a little bit in the mask there on the edges as well. And we gently put it on. Make sure it fits nicely and snugly, and then go around, adding additional skin adhesive to make sure it sits and fits nicely. Doing a little quick fixer upper there, need a little more punch in the color. Might as well fix that. Emphasizing those bags there. Nice. Alright, continuing with foundation to even out the edges there. Letting that color flow up in the hairline. Looking awesome. The pelican chin there. Actually looks like Simpson character. Anyway, it's time to keep the hair in check for that wig. Looking nice. Yeah. And there's the wig. A full black wig. Straight on. We need to thin out the front there a little bit. It's too much hair, so we fold back a little bit. Pin it down. And let the other hair just go straight over it. Cover it up. To give it that nasty, greasy, unwashed look. We could use oil, but in this case we are